Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and today, I'm going to fully admit, it is a straight up Auto World episode. We've got Auto World to look at, and more Auto World to look at, and of course some Ultra Reds and stuff. So, it's going to be fun for me. Hopefully it's going to be fun for you. Sorry, any other brand fans, we're going to do Auto World today, because I got a bunch of it to look at. A bunch of really cool stuff to look at. So, I guess what we'll start with, I got this guy here, Ultra Red Target 2-pack. I got this from my buddy Crazy Todd, who traded for it from Hot Wheels Tournaments on Instagram. He found this, Hot Wheels Tournaments guy found this and this at Target, and then traded them to my buddy Todd, who then sold them to me. So pretty cool. I ended up getting these, so that's pretty awesome. So I've got, of course, the regular ones of this truck to show. So we're going to go ahead and open up all three of these square bodies. And then we are going to open up this Ultra Red along with the regular of it. These have not hit my target yet. This wave of 2-packs has not hit my target yet. But I got this in a sale on Whatnot. So again, if you guys aren't familiar with Whatnot, it's pretty cool. It's the way it's set up is really slick. It's addicting. I'll put my invite code link down in the description of this video if I can think of it, or I'll pin a comment or whatever on the video like I did last week, so you guys can follow that and sign up. And I believe if you do that on a computer, I don't know if it works in the mobile app, you'll get I think $15 off your first purchase on Whatnot. But anyway, one of the sellers was selling some of the Auto World multi-packs. I ended up picking up just a few. I picked up an extra one of these 4-packs. This was one of the first release of the 4-packs. This is version B. So this is going in my little vault, my Auto World vault. And then I also picked up these two 2-packs as well. And I already have these, of course, as well. So these are going to go in the vault as well. So cool. I got them cheap. So that was, I could not resist. And then he had that one, so I picked that one up. And that was great that I picked that up, because now we can open this and this. And I haven't seen this one hit stores yet. So pretty cool indeed. So we are going to do that. Speaking of Whatnot, I also got these two Ultra Reds from Whatnot. So this is an OK Toys exclusive. These I got from Oldies Junkie 77 on Whatnot, which is SC Diecast. And then I went to our local monthly meet, and I ended up getting the two regulars from them there at the meet. So we've got both the Ultra Reds and the regulars to look at. This release, I'll admit, is not that exciting. It's kind of, your basic Chevy Silverado stuff. They are pretty limited though. It's 2,496 pieces, and I guess some of you will probably be happy that it's an exclusive where somebody didn't do a square body. Right? They went with this truck, which is not a common thing, I don't think, to use as an exclusive. But we're going to look at those two and the Ultra Reds. Man, that's a heavy pile of 4 cars right there. And then we got from other stuff from SC Diecast, I got this Mio exclusive. This thing is pretty neat. It's a Challenger, one of 3,600 pieces. Don't have the Ultra Red for that yet, but I know Todd's got one for me. I just gotta buy it from him eventually. We will do that. And then we got the Miho exclusive. This is a Golf, kind of a mix between Golf and their Patina series. And this is limited to 6,000 pieces. Another square body. I love it. All right, and then we also got more Auto World. These I was actually super stoked on. These are also OK Toys exclusive. They say Nitro XGT exclusive. I don't know what the story is. 2 of these are limited to 3,600 pieces. Then this one is limited to 6,000. But this is the newest release of 4 GTs. Pretty cool. So we've had, this one has come out in a weathered version previous to this. This one has come out as kind of a Miho exclusive, but I think it looks a little different. It does have the number 2 on it. I think the wheels are different. The tires have this blue line on them. I don't think they have them on the Mio exclusive. I may have to get that out and take a peek at it. And then, of course, they have a weathered version of this that came out as a Mio exclusive. And then this gold one, and I'm looking over here because that's where I got them displayed. This gold one is the first time I think we've seen the gold one. Gold GT40 released. So, very cool at oktoys.com. There's a lot of hobby dealers that are selling these. They are quite awesome. I would love to get all the Ultra Reds for them, but they're going to be really expensive. I was lucky to get the last Amiibo releases of these, to be able to get those off the list right away. This I was not able to do so, and mainly because it's just they're so expensive. All right, then one last Ultra Red, and that is this guy right here, Geolander Yokohama Jeep. I got the Ultra Red for this. I got it from a Facebook seller, Big Elvis, and he sold this to me. He gave me a really good price on it, and he actually just paid for shipping for it. It was almost like a half ROAK with the price I got on this. But I don't have the regular yet, but I think we're just gonna open this anyway. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't have the regular one, and I'll have to get it here shortly. There's a lot of Auto World exclusive just like boom came out in the last over the summer, basically into now. And I think it's a lot of stuff that had been planned for previous, and they're just now starting to hit. I'm looking at like production dates on the back of these, and we've got some May, we've got some April, one of these May. So, you know, it took a while for these to reach. Oh, wow. These are January 2022, these. So that's interesting. So these are recent, September. I don't know, it's just kind of cool to look at. All right, let's go ahead and flip the camera around. We're going to open up all this stuff except for the, the duplicate stuff that I have that I'm keeping carded. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at, some of this Auto World, all of it. Let's start with this guy right here, square body Chevy. It looks great. I actually really like these Ultra Reds that have the Ultra Red rims and the red tires and the red interior. I mean, like, these are all red. I think they actually look kind of cool. And normally I'm not, the colored tire guy, but, I have so many of them in my collection because I collect these Auto Worlds. So we're going to start by, we're going to open up this one. This one is, they don't say how much they're limited to anymore in the packaging, and that's because I'm guessing we're probably 20,000 plus maybe, and that's why. This is an 87 Chevy Silverado R10 Fleet side. You can read those if you'd like. There you go. And then let's just open it up. So we got version A, and it is in, tan/bright red. It's a good looking truck, I will say. I know a lot of you are sick of the square bodies. Well, Auto World is taking somewhat of a little bit of a break, coming up. There's a release without one in it. So I guess you'll be happy about that. But I like these, especially just the stock ones. I think look really cool. So of course we got an opening hood, and it's a nice truck. So there's that one, and then we have it in gray, poly, and black. Oh, by the way, this is 2022, excuse me, release 2. And it's a really nice release from Auto World. There's a Trans Am, and I need to get the Trans Am Ultra Red off the list as soon as possible. This one looks really good too. I don't know, I'm kind of partial to the standard ride height versions of these that are in stock colors, factory colors. I do quite like them a lot. So, opening hood, TK 1987, Arizona. So we got Arizona plates on these. Pretty cool. All right, and then the Ultra Red. So the Ultra Red, you can tell right away just by looking in the packaging. It goes after the version A vehicle. So no matter whether you find it on a version A or a version B card, I've said this a million times, but if it's a store release, it's going to have either the version A or the version B traits, and that's going to be for that whole series is going to be that way. So on all of them, if you're looking for the Ultra Red, well, it's pretty obvious. But if you're looking for the Ultra Red in 2022 release 2, they're all going to follow this formula, which means they're going to be Ultra Red body, Ultra Red rims, red tires, Ultra Red interior, and they will have the version A traits, which is why this has a red stripe across it instead of a black one. So let's go ahead and open it up and pull it out. I think this is a sick looking Ultra Red. I think it's pretty. Those red rims just kind of do it. I don't know. I do like them. And just a beautiful little truck. Fixing the tire back here. I mean, yeah, if you wanted to, you could swap them out for black tires if you really wanted to be like, oh, you know, look cooler with black tires. Got a little bit of flashing on the rear tire here. That is fixable. Probably will not monkey with it enough to actually fix it, but pretty darn cool. All right, so that's Ultra Red number 1 for today. And it's the first Ultra Red that I've got from this most recent series is the truck. So it's good to get that out of the way, because between that, I think this one and the Trans Am are going to be the two that are going to be tough. Well, actually, I think there's a Supra in it too, so that might be a tough one to get. It's a really solid series. So quite awesome. All right. Moving on. Let's just get this Geolander out of the way. You guys know I'm not a huge Jeep person, so I did not buy the regular release of this yet. I only have the Ultra Red. I will have to get the regular release. I will tell you that the regular release isn't far off looking from what the Ultra Red is. I've seen some pictures of it, of course. And this is a Mio exclusive, limited to 3,600 pieces. I like the Mio exclusive stuff for Auto Road because they still come with these boxes. And I dig those boxes. This doesn't fit in the box, but that's okay. You could still fit the casting in the box if you want to. At least I think it will fit with that roof rack. Let's experiment with that. Yeah, it fits. I mean, it's not the best situation because it can kind of roll around inside of here and stuff like that. But, I mean, if you were in a pinch and you wanted to move and whatever, and you could put them in here and stack these in a thing, and it'd be all right. Throw maybe a packing peanut or two in there, and it'd keep it pretty stable in there. So, not a bad option for storage. So, the Ultra Red here, it's like got this metallic red, which is like an Ultra Red on the top part here, and then it's got like the graphic Geolander and then red paint along the bottom half. And I think that both the regular and the Ultra Red have that. I don't think this is the Ultra Red color. I think they both actually have this like split where it's like red and then a brighter red there. I don't know. At least one that I've seen had it. Opening hood, of course. And then we got, so that what denotes it as the Ultra Red for sure is that we got the Ultra Red base, and then the Ultra Red are the red tires, and then the red spare up here and back there. You get two spares in case you need those. So there you go. That's that. Get a nice detailed roof rack up here. This roof rack piece, I think, has been used in Johnny Lightning. It's been used on previous releases of this Jeep. So it's been around. But you guys let me know what you think of this. For Jeep collectors, this is probably really cool. People that really dig Jeeps. I'm just not in that camp. But I do like that I got this Ultra Red off the list cheaply and quickly, and that way I don't have to worry about it. I've come to the realization that there's no possible way I'm going to probably ever get a complete set of Ultra Reds for hobby exclusive stuff. There just is too many, especially when it comes to the square bodies. There's just way too many, and they're way too expensive for me to really sink all of my collection funds, right, into doing that. Like, it would be possible to do, but I would have to literally buy nothing else from any other brand to be able to afford it. And I love Auto World, but I'm not gonna do that because, you know, then every single Diecast Weekly episode would be me opening up Ultra Reds. And I like a variety of stuff, but you know, not just this episode. Every episode would have to be that, because that'd basically be the only thing I would be able to afford. All right, next, let's take a look at, well, let's do these OK Toys exclusives. So these aren't really version A's or version B's, and that's why they have their own Ultra Reds, okay? These are both limited to $24.96 each. And then they have the Ultra Reds. Now, the Ultra Reds are probably very limited. My guess is they're limited to probably 52 pieces. They're either limited to 52 or 104. I think that when they're doing commission runs like this, they have the option to basically do it. It's almost like a 2% or a 4%. It's not the 3% like you would find in a store release. So there are some differences right here in the Ultra Red that you can tell right off the bat. Like, there's the black stripe right here. There's a red lip on the rim. Other than that, they're very, very similar. They both have red bases, white tires, white interiors. But they follow the traits of their respective car. So don't get confused with this, because it looks like this would be like a version A, a version B, and then there's an Ultra Red for both the version A and the version B. Well, that's not really true. These are really two separate releases that came out at the same time. Limited to $24.96, limited to $94.26, and they both have their own Ultra Red. And that's the way that works. So we're going to do them, I guess, one at a time. We'll do the white one first. And like I said, there's no version A, version B, or anything on there. You can take a look at the back of the card real quick. Pretty basic. And in all honesty, I mean, it's kind of an odd choice to do an exclusive of this truck. I just wouldn't think, to be honest, that these would be very hot sellers as a hobby exclusive, because the majority of the hobby exclusive stuff, you know, is more expensive than buying the standard issue cars. Okay, they're a lot more limited, so that's one of the reasons. The other reason is that they're probably the cost of what that hobby dealer pays to get these made. They have to recoup that cost, and obviously these are more expensive to get done for them. So I just thought it was kind of a weird choice. The rims I'm noticing, though, are interesting, because these are the rims that were on the original 100%, not 100%, oh boy, the original True LE. I can't believe I said that. The original True LE line from Auto World had a Dodge Challenger in it, and that was the rim from it. We also saw it on the first release of the Chevy Square Bodies, was this rim. And so that is kind of neat. Or is this the one from the... Yeah, no, this is that one, I believe. It's just painted black. So it's kind of interesting to see that with some thicker tires on it. But I think it looks pretty good, actually. So this is a pretty good looking truck. It's just not really up my alley. I'm not a huge fan of modern pickup trucks. from a, you know, looks standpoint. I'm not really like, wow, that truck looks amazingly awesome. No, I mean, it looks to me boring, but it is what it is. I mean, not like I wouldn't love to own one. I mean, it would be awesome. Have a brand new truck. They're freaking expensive these days. All right, and then let's go ahead and open up the Ultra Red, which is pretty rare. I got this for a good price on Whatnot. Like I said, I was the only person that bid on it. And probably because, like I said, again, you know, this isn't like the most popular Auto World casting. So even though these are super limited to get and probably going to be very hard to find later on, they're not going to command a premium like those GT40s that we're going to look at here. Simply because of the fact that it's not one of the more popular castings from Auto World. So here's the Ultra Red. So there's not that much to look at. I mean, it's got marshmallow tires. It's got the Ultra Red body, Ultra Red base, white interior. I would have never really chased after these. I ended up getting them at a really good price, and that's why I went, you know what? Let's get them off the list. Let's get some low-hanging fruit here. Real easy to grab them at a decent price, an affordable price, so I decided to go ahead and snag them. Let's go ahead and open up this. $24.96, again, limited. This one in red. This one looks a little bit more sporty. The red lip. Although, truthfully, if I was going to buy this truck in real life, or I shouldn't say buy it, whatever, wouldn't be able to afford it probably ever. But if I was going to snag a truck, this particular truck, in real life, I'd definitely get the white one over this one, but this looks a little too flashy. But you got the red lipped rim, the this stripe right here, which just adds horsepower. And then you got the hood up there, graphic. Looks pretty good. Nitro XGT. It's just a heavy casting, man. These things are, there's a lot of weight to these. I should weigh them, but it is like seriously substantial. And then this guy here is the Ultra Red, of course, for that. And again, limited to, I'm going to say 52 pieces, because I'm going to think that, yeah, it's the more limited of the two options. I think it's probably what it is, but it might be 104. And even if it is 104, that's very limited as well. Alright, so again, Ultra Red body. We get the white interior, white tires, Ultra Red base. So same sort of traits. It's just we see the difference is going to be basically just a lip around the rim and that stripe on the front, or the sides there, and on the hood. So that too. Other than that, the same pretty much. So, you know, granted, I guess, you know, it's not that exciting to look at. And again, it's just because this casting isn't like super popular like some other ones that Auto World makes. But they did a nice job of it, and it's very, very heavy, man. It is weighty. All right, this one you guys would probably be real interested in. As you all probably know, the Deluxe series is back, and it's back kind of in a big way, but that's a Target exclusive. So far, we've seen a 4-pack release, which had a version A and a version B. We saw these 2-pack releases, which there were a version A and version B of those in the first wave. This is release 2, second wave. You can kind of see there. So there's the release 2 list on top, and then the release 1 in Target stores. You can probably find these in your Target stores now. In the beginning, they were real hot. They were tough to get. And now I think there's quite a bit that are still out there. You can go grab if you want them. So a nice first release. I've got one Ultra Red set from that release. And then now I've got one Ultra Red set from this release and I got one version from this release. I still need to find the 5 others. So there's going to be a version B of this, and then of course a version A and a version B of the other 2 2-packs there. These do say limited edition on them. They do not give you a production number. I believe the other 2-packs that were released did have a production number on them. I think it was in the 6,000 range, so not too crazy. GM Classics limited edition. You can read that if you want. So I like these deluxe castings. Now these deluxe castings have been showing up as Johnny Lightnings now as well, with rubber tires and a metal base, which I think is also very cool. However, I prefer them released as an Auto World just because I'm, an Auto World fan. But here you go. They're plastic based, they're plastic tires. They only really have 2 generic wheel types, and that's it. But other than that, they're just as detailed as you would get like on a premium Auto World. They don't have an opening feature, but as far as from like the paint and the detailing on that, it's just like an Auto World premium. And I think this little El Camino looks sick with these wheels on it. It's the first time they've ever released this El Camino with these wheels, as far as I know. So that is a cool piece there. And then we got this guy here. I love this casting. This is a Buick GS 400. And this one looks great with the painted wheels in white. It's a sick car. All right, so I really like that. That's a really good release. And then, of course, we got the Ultra Red of that. Which, again, these are going to be pretty limited, and they're pretty desirable because they're a store exclusive. And anytime you got a major retailer that runs an exclusive, they end up getting pretty popular and selling for quite a bit of money on the secondhand market. These Ultra Reds go for crazy money on eBay, which is just kind of nutty because they're just the deluxe models. They have plastic tires and a plastic base. And I think it's just because they're new to a lot of people. These castings that haven't been seen in a long time, and now just this year they're exploding back on the scene here with these 2-packs at Target. But yeah, interesting to see them do the red wheels in plastic too. So we got the Camino and we got the Buick. So the original 2-pack release so far from Target, they had Ultra Reds in there that had white wheels with a red rim, and I think they had a white. No, they didn't have a white interior. I think they had whatever color interior, but these have a white interior, red tire, and Ultra Red body and Ultra Red base. Cool model. And these are the chase car, of course. Very, very cool. So my Auto World collection's getting just absolutely nuts. I don't even have room to display it all anymore, again, unless I want to dedicate the whole room to Auto World, which is tempting to kind of do, but I got Tomica Limited Vintage, I got Mini GTs, I have Kyoshos. Kyoshos actually pulled off the wall. They're back in boxes, sadly. They've been up for many years now, or it feels like many years, so it was time to put those away for a little while. I really got to figure out a way to store loose green light, because I need to do that so I can pull those off a display case, because I've had the same green light up for a long time, and I think it's time to move on from those and put on some other stuff. If you guys have any suggestions for how to store loose green light, let me know. The only thing I can come up with is saving the little package bits and putting them back in there, but it's too late on the models I have obviously already threw the packaging away on. So I can't go back and do it with those. So we're kind of screwed there, but we'll see. All right, now we got some Mio exclusives. Square body, one of 6,000 pieces, 1978 Silverado Fleet Side. I know y'all are excited about another square body. In pictures, I thought this one was like a silver, but it's not. It's a it's white with, you know, like surface rust, but then clean Golf logos on it. I always thought that's weird. Anytime they do like a weathered model and they put Golf on it, the Golf logos are always like clean on it. And I think that's because that's Golf wants that. They should really not. They should let it be all rusty and stuff. It would look way cooler, in my opinion. Golf Automotive Lubricants. But we get the box. Golf logo. This actually might fit inside of here. We're going to test that theory out. Not great. Nope, not going to happen. It would be cool if it would, but it won't. But again, we get the box. I like the box. And then, of course, the model itself. I love a weathered vehicle. That looks great. I just don't like that it has clean Golf logo on there. Because the stripes are all rusted over and stuff like that. Or all patinaed. But the actual Golf logo itself is not. And I think that's sad that they couldn't get it that way. And I'm pretty sure they could not because of licensing. I think that's I think that is what caused that. At least that's what I've heard, I think, on a previous model. So I can only assume it's probably the same for this one. Golf on the plate. Overall, I like this more than I thought I would. I think it looks pretty decent. So pretty cool square body there. And I guess I'm digging that. I do like see how this is all rusted over. That looks really cool. It just I think it's like a missed opportunity almost. You guys let me know what you think. There's a Super Mini Wheels Golf, and speaking of Golf, and I know Golf's been overused, there's a Super Mini Wheels vehicle I don't have yet that is a Dodge Challenger that's got Golf logos on it, and it is like done like total old school. Like the livery looks straight out of like what you'd see like on 70s, like 70s-ish, whatever. Like retro graphic design. And it looks fantastic. So that one, I got to get that one to show you guys. But anyway, here's this. All right, next, we're saving the Ford GTs for last. We're going to do this one now. 2019 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Got the mouth. Special edition. So we've kind of seen a square body released in this fashion from Mio as well. So limited to 3,600 pieces. Open these up. Pull the model out. Again, we get the box. I love the box. There's the card art. So another thing that we've been seeing quite an increase of has been hobby exclusive releases of this casting. And that is cool. I'm glad people are finding a use for that casting, getting it out there as an exclusive, because again, it's nice, it's refreshing to see stuff that's not the square body. I know the squares sell, and that's why it's very tempting for any hobby dealer that wants to do an exclusive for that to be the first casting they think of. But this one has also seen quite a few exclusive releases, and I think they've been somewhat successful, so that's really cool too. And to be honest, I'm not like a huge Dodge guy. I'm not a Jeep guy, Chrysler guy, whatever. But as far as like the newer, we'll just call it like the top three, right? Like Mustang, Challenger, and Camaro. Of all the newer like muscle cars, I guess, reissued muscle cars, we'll just say, I think the Challenger looks the best. Is it the best one to drive? I don't know. Probably not. As far as from a look standpoint goes, I really got to go with the Challenger. Although The other two look okay. The newer Mustangs look mean. I mean, if you want something that looks actually the most sporty and the less boxy muscle car-ish, that would definitely go with the Mustang. The Camaro looks okay. I don't have an example with me here to show you, of course, but and who knows, the Camaro might be the best one to drive. But this looks mean. I like it. I could see someone actually doing a Challenger up like this for real and driving it around. Seems like something a Dodge guy would do. It seems to be the Dodger more wild colors, more crazy stuff going on, looking a little crazier than, you know, just a normal stock color. A little less classy, a little more like flamboyant, I guess. But yeah, I like this. I think this is pretty neat. And the Ultra Red looks pretty killer. It's Ultra Red. It's got gold rims, and I think it has red tires, but it looks really neat. I got to see it in person, and I got to pick it up from my buddy Todd. He picked one up, and I think he picked up two of them. Because he's crazy. All right, next we got, really the highlight for me is going to be these GT40s. One of my favorite castings and first loves from Auto World was this casting. It's one of the first Auto Worlds I picked up was a GT40. I remember seeing them in the stores and then not picking them up and then regretting it when I couldn't find one, and then eventually finding more and picking them up. And I have a bunch of like the first releases of them. I kind of hoarded them for a little bit, and I'm, you know, still hoarding them. If I see them cheap, if I ever find those first releases super cheap somewhere or whatever, if someone's got them for sale, I'm tempted every time to pick it up, and I will. One of these days, I'm going to do a video on my extra Auto Worlds. My fear of doing that would be people are going to approach me for trades and stuff, and and I have a hard time giving any of that stuff up. So might be a bad idea, but I would like to show you guys what's all in the vault. I think that would be fun. Like, what are all my duplicate Auto Worlds? What have I picked up in the past that I kept in? I've got piles of them. So I don't grab duplicates of everything, but like I said, when the opportunity arises for me to get stuff at a less expensive price, I generally, yeah, go for it. All right, fast facts. I'm going to read that sideways. But we're going to go ahead and open these up. Collect all three. Good release from OK Toys. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised Auto World didn't just release a GT40 like hobby exclusive set on their own. You'd think that would be something to do. They could do 6 cars. You know, they could do weathered, and they could have done, I should say. Since these have already been released as hobby exclusives, they won't do it. But they could have done it, and they would have sold, I think, on their website quite well if they would have done a 6-car set with all different GT40s. It's totally something Greenlight you think would do, but I think Auto World would have been successful in doing that. But yeah. So I love this casting. I know people kind of get up in arms about it sometimes because it could be, you know, they have like Mark II livery on a Mark I car or whatever, vice versa. This is a Mark II, right? I believe this Ford GT40. Ooh. Yeah, Mark II. And it looks awesome. I think it's great. You know, for the money, it's a fantastic casting. All right, so that one was limited to 6,000. Was it? Yeah, 6,000 even pieces. This one's limited to 3,600. The Ultra Reds. I don't have a calculator on me, do I? My guess. I'm going to do a little math here. I'm going to see if this works out. So likely, my guess is a master case of these is probably 48 pieces. It could be 24, but I'm guessing it's probably 48. So like 6 inners, or I'm stupid. Hang on a second here. I know you guys, this is boring for you to look, just sit here and stare at one car while I pull out By the way, I have an auxiliary iPhone. This thing right here. Do you know what this is for? Yeah, my kid colored on the case. This is an older iPhone. The only thing I use this for, I'm going to show you real quick, just because, and sorry for the aside, but the only thing I use this for is literally to log my collection. So you want to see up every car I picked up in 2022? There it is. I just started doing this, so every car in 2022 that I picked up is in a folder on this phone. So you can get an idea, besides the stuff that I picked up for this video, 834 pieces. Are we going to get to 1,000 by the end of the year? We're going to get close. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that, but we can do some calculations here. So let's do 48. Or actually here, we want to do 3,600 divided by 48. So likely there's 75 Ultra Reds of this one. And likely there's 125 of the Ultra Red version of this one. So 75 each of these and 125 of those. Now they did probably have the option to do it 1 per 24. So right, and that should just roughly double it, right? Yeah, so double it. So either that or it's 250 pieces. So yeah, anyway, that gives you an idea of what they might be. So let's go ahead and get this number 2 car open. And you know I got doubles of these right away. I did not just get this one. I got an extra set. And no, it's not for sale or for trade. You can still get these from hobby dealers, so get them while they're hot. Very cool. Black with the gold rims. Awesome. Indeed. I love it. I love these GT40s. I got to do a video. I could do a video just on those. There's some Ultra Reds I'm still missing, obviously, for those. And there's a couple that I'm missing that are going to be like near impossible to get. My buddy Todd, I think, has them all. So might be tempting to borrow his collection for a moment. He doesn't open them though. But it might be tempting to borrow his collection of Ultra Reds for a minute just to do a video on these and give you the whole gamut of what's been out. But there's some more coming, so that's the thing. We got to wait a little bit. These are going to be hot casting. They're going to be coming out for a little while, being used again. And I know of at least 2 more releases that are happening with these cars, these GT40s, that are coming in the near future. So maybe wait for those and then maybe do a special video on just the GT40. This one's awesome. They have not released this car in this gold number 5 yet. This is the first time they've done this one. So that's really cool to get this car. I'm surprised they didn't make this one the more produced one, because I figured this would be the best seller. But it looks killer in gold. All right, so that is going to be it for this episode. So what have we looked at today? Well, we've looked at Auto World 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 Auto World cars have just entered the collection, and very happy about that. So the highlight for me is definitely the GT40s, right? I love those. The other highlight for me is definitely checking off one of these 2-pack Deluxe lines off of the list for Ultra Reds, because like I said, the prices of these are crazy expensive. They may go down in the future, but for right now they're hot. So yeah, and then it's always nice to check an Ultra Red square body off the list, because those are also tough to get on the secondhand market at a good price. So all right, thank you guys again for watching another episode. Thank you, Auto World, for putting out such a plethora of cool stuff for us to look at for an entire episode of Diecast Weekly, and hopefully you guys will join me in the next one. Should have some more cool stuff for that already planned out. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys. Have a good day.